Neil, the Republicans have finally come out with an alternative to Obamonomics. Well, one Republican has, Congressman Paul Ryan. His budget outlays show that he thinks he has a plan where he can reduce government outlays in 5 years from 25% of total GDP, which is what President Obama says he wants to do in his proposal, to 20% of GDP. And he's going to reduce government debt down to 2% of GDP. I think that this is a darn good place to start, and it's a good alternative to this reckless spending that the president has been putting the entire country under.
And you know how, Mike, how Paul Ryan is going to balance this budget? He's going to do it on your back and my back. And the reason I'm saying that is something interesting that was in the New York Times recently, and that's the fact that we have this cutoff at age 55. If you're 55 and over, you don't have to feel any pain. And I think to guys like you and me of a certain age, that is terribly unfair.
No, look, we have to fix these entitlement programs, and I think what Ryan suggests is a good starting point. Start to push some of it back to the states. Give governors and politicians that run the states more flexibility and give them some credits to be able to pay for these programs on themselves. And more importantly, a lot of these states are different, Neil. They have different demographics. Let them cater their programs and come up with plans that best fit their constituents.
Well, that makes sense, and I agree with that. And what we need to do is say the federal government, meaning you and me, can only afford to pay this much. Give it out to the states and let them figure out how to spend it and say that's all you got. But when you're talking about an average couple, average income, age 56, they're going to be putting into this system for Medicare $140,000, and they're going to be taking out $430,000. But someone who's 2 years younger is not going to have anything like that. So basically, this is like generational warfare here, Mike.
Well, the only alternative...
Paul Ryan needs to get a little more radical.
The only alternative is if we stick with Obamonomics, you're going to get punished with much, much higher taxes, and it's all going to go to Washington to pay for entitlements.
Well, all I say is if you're going to punish me, punish Grandma and Grandpa too.